Hello everyone and welcome to this playthrough tutorial of Flip Freighters. My name is Wayne Koenig and I am the designer of Flip Freighters. What you're going to need in order to play the game is a Flip Freighter player sheet. This is the free one that is offered on BoardGame Geek, but for the purposes of this video I'm going to be using the Kickstarter version that costs money. You're also going to need 2 regular decks of playing cards and a pen. If you've laminated this, obviously you can use a laminated sheet, but that's not what we're going to be doing in this tutorial. So here is the player board, and usually I would be using something like this to play the game so that I could use a dry erase marker, but for the purposes of filming this video, we're just going to go ahead and use the normal sheet. In order to play the game, what I've already done is I have taken out my 2 decks of cards, and I've separated the ace through 6 and then also all 4 jokers. So there should be 2 of every card, every suited card, and 4 jokers in this deck. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle them up and deal out 3 separate piles of 15 cards each. All right, there we go. I'm now going to take these extra cards. We're not going to be using these for the game, so I'm going to set those off to the side. Okay, so these 3 piles, I'm going to set them off to the side of the screen, so you won't be able to see them, but I'm going to be using basically 1 at a time for each round. All right, so the way that rounds work in this game. So we're going to flip over 3 cards from the deck. Let's see if I can get this into frame here. Okay, and we're going to be using these cards for either to move the trucks or to load the trucks. So right now, none of my trucks have anything in them, so I'm going to use to load. But I should explain how the game works. So in Flip Freighters, each round you are going to be flipping over 3 cards, and at the end of 5 turns, basically, you are then going to write whatever your score is in here. At the end of all 3 weeks, you're going to total up your score, and whatever you have is your points that you are going to score, and if you have more points than everybody else, you win. First, let's talk about loading trucks. So each of the trucks have different rules when it comes to loading. So these ones, you can see they have some suits on them. Basically what this says is that they have to be different numbers, and they also have to be different suits. Here, it says that they have to be different suits, but they can all be the same number. So you can pick whichever number you want, they just have to all be the same. Over here, this truck is a little different, so it has not only random suits printed on it, but it also has numbers. You have to load it from the front of the truck here to the back of the truck. And if you skip any numbers, you can't go back and fill them in later. What this means is that you are going to want to try to fill it in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll explain scoring for each of these trucks in just a second. Next, you have this truck right here. This one lets you put in any number into any of these spaces and any suit as well. This one is only hearts, but it can be any number. Only clubs, any number. Only diamonds, and only spades. And I should note real quick that underneath all of these trucks, it has a little number with an arrow, and that just tells you how long or what the distance is between the truck and its delivery point, which again I'll get to in just a second. Once you have loaded a truck and decided that you want to move it, it can be full or not. You are going to use cards to move down this route. Unlike with loading trucks, when you are moving trucks, you can split cards in between other cards. So this 6 could be used to move this truck 3, for example, and then maybe this truck 2, and then this truck 1. Okay, but hopefully that'll make more sense once I actually get into the gameplay. In order to, let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and explain how the trucks score, explain overtime hours, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So all of the trucks at the end of their routes are going to have either this box or they are going to have a set of numbers. On the ones that have the sets of numbers, what you're going to do is you're going to score points based on how many goods you have loaded into your truck. So as you can see here, if I have 1 good, I get 5 money. This is 10 money, 15, and 20. Okay, same for this truck. These trucks score you a little bit more. If you have all 6 items, you're going to get $30. And then anything less than that, you're going to start getting diminishing returns. This truck is going to get you the total sum of all of the things within your truck here. So what that means is basically you add up all these numbers together, and that's going to be your total for there. And then these ones work the same way. It's the total sum. But as you can see along the way, there are these little carrots that say times 1 or times 2. So you can decide to deliver it to that point. If you do, you're going to get times 1 whatever here. And then if you manage to get it up to there, you're going to get times 2. The last thing I'm going to explain is these overtime hours. You can use them to increase or decrease the value of any card, and you can use multiples on one card. So if I wanted to turn this 4, for example, into a 6, I could use 2 overtime hours, and that would let me turn that into a 6. I'm also going to be playing with a variant that is not on this sheet, but you can use overtime hours to convert a suit. So you could change this 4 of clubs to, say, like a 4 of hearts if I wanted to do something like that. Okay. At the end of every round, I'm going to total up all the trucks that have been delivered, and I'm going to put that number right there. And then at the end of 3 rounds, we're going to add up our total, and we are going to score that much. In addition, any overtime hours that we have not used are going to be worth 2 extra points at the end of the game. Okay. All right, let's get started. So, I like these high numbers. Actually, 6, 5, 4. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to load 6, 5, 4. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and put new cards out. Perfect, I got a 3, so I'll load that. Hearts and spades. Okay. So I'm gonna do a heart there and a spade there. All right, so basically right now I'm trying to get that truck fully delivered. And then these trucks, usually you want to try to put high numbers because, again, it's whatever is in the truck. So I'm going to try my best to load those up. A joker in this game is considered anything you want it to be. So I'm going to use it as a 6 of hearts. And then I'm going to put the 6 of clubs down there. All right, 3s. Oh man, this is not what I want. Because ideally I would like to be delivering this truck this round. Okay, so I'm gonna take this 5, and I'm going to use an overtime and convert it into a heart. Put that there, and then man, that's going to be a little risky, but that'll be okay. I'm going to go ahead, put a 3 there, and a 3 there. And then I'm going to keep going. 2, 1, 7. Oh, man. Okay, so it's worth noting at this point, so in some games you can convert so aces are ones, which I did not explain. But in some games you can convert an ace, like a 1 to a 6, and a 6 to a 1. You can't do that in this game. So what I could do, that I'm thinking of doing, is adding the 2 and the 1, and then moving 6 on here, and then using an overtime hour to get it that last space. That's the first thing I could do. But the second thing that is going to score me more points is to use the 6 and the 1. The 2, 1. Oh, man. Okay. Yep. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the 6 and the 2, which is 8. That'll let me travel along this area here for 8. And then I'm going to add those up. 18 plus 5 is 23. So that gets me 46. And then I've got the ace left over, which I'm going to go ahead and load that into that truck. So you can add the scores up through here, but we've added this over here to the side so that you can add your scores a little bit easier. So I'm going to write my 46 right there. And because I got week 1 is done, I'm going to go ahead and write 46 there because I've only got the 1 truck delivered. All right, I'm going to clear these cards out of the way, make it a little easier, and then I'm going to go ahead and start the next round. Okay, so I've already got the heart, so I can actually go ahead. I'll do that. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and load that truck all the way. Moving on. Okay, we got a 2 and a 1. Right now, I'd like to try to work on another one of these trucks down here. So I'm going to do that. 1, 1 and 2 and 4. I've already delivered that. So, okay, I'm going to do a 1 there, a 2 there, and then I have that 4. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving one of my trucks, which I think I'm going to use this one. So I will cross all these spaces out here. 4. Okay. And then we keep on trucking. Okay, so I got the 3 there, which I kind of would like to use. Now, I've only got 3 cards left. And, man, I think I need to start trying to move my truck, but I really want to. Okay, I'm going to load that truck with the other 3 that I had. And then I'm going to use this joker as a 6. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now that truck is only 1 away, and that truck is only 1 away. Oh boy. Okay, so I can go ahead and load that for 3. Now I've got 3, I've got 4 and 5. I would love to load that truck with the 4, but I also would like to get all of these trucks delivered. So I think what I'm going to do, and it is going to be a little bit of a waste, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So by taking the 5 and the 4, That gives me 9 points of movement. So I'm going to do 1, and I'll circle that. 2, circle that. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to lose the 2, but, you know, there's only so much you can do. All right, so 20, and then the purple is also 20, and then I get 20 right there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up all of these. So 20 plus 20 plus 20. Oh, no, what am I doing? Plus 30. All right, so 70, 1, 1, 6. All right, so we have started moving. I'm gonna go ahead and clear the rest of these cards. And we are now going to start round 3. Okay, 3, 4. All right, so I've got the 6. I'm going to put that there. I got a 3 and a 1, which usually I guess I would try to use on these trucks, but I don't really have that, so I don't want to start moving any of my trucks yet, unless I want to load that with the 3. Yeah, I mean, it's not great, but we are moving towards the last round, so, and then I'm going to put the 1 right there. Okay. Oh man. Feel like none of this is really great. Oh, overtime hours. So I'm going to use that to convert my 6 into a club. Again, using the variant rule. And then I've got 2 1s, which I'm going to actually use to start moving my truck. I should note that there's no difference between drawing this line or doing X's. It's really stylistic difference. You can also just fill in the circles if you want. It's up to you. All right. 5 of diamonds, 4 of clubs. I don't know. I mean, I could go ahead and start on that. I know I'm going to use this 6, and I know I'm going to use the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know what? I'm going to use another overtime hour and turn that into a 5 for the 5 of spades. Okay, 4 diamonds and a bunch of 2s. I guess I could go ahead, load that there. Then I've got 2 points of movement, so I'll do that. And I'll come back to this in just a second. I want to do those other 2 before I forget. All right, so let's see here. 9 plus 11 is 20, which is 40. And I could add this over here later, but I'm going to do it now so I don't forget. And then I'm moving on. Okay, this is my last round. I no longer have any more cards. So I need to get this truck delivered, and that's going to... All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use all of this for movement. So this is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's no way I can get 5 more, even if I was to use +1. So unfortunately, that truck is going to not be delivered. So add 11 plus 11 is 22 times 2 is 42. No, it's 44. And then I add 44 there. Okay. So this is usually about the point where I would have to start using my calculator. But because I'm filming this on my phone, I don't have my calculator accessible. So let's see if I can do this. So let's see here. This portion down here is going to be 120 plus 10 is 130. And then here we have 60, 70. Oh, that was easy. So 200. And then we got an extra 4 points right here. So that's, let's see here, 12. 12 plus 4 is 20. Carry the 2. What? No. Okay. Let's see here. 12 plus 4 is 6. Carry the 1. Then we've got 5, 6. All right. So 366, that's my total score. All right, so there you have it. That's how you play Flip Freighters. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy the game and that you have a great day.